Yeah, I mean, I think the obvious argument is that was desperation on Walmart's part. I mean, a company that Walmart.com has been around since 2000, has never bridged the gap with Amazon. It's been the number 2 player in e-commerce by default. Just when you're as big as Walmart and you do a portion of your revenue online, you're going to be the second biggest.
And it's it's like 14 billion of sales last
like
year versus Amazon at 100.
Yeah, so it's
Amazon did 30 billion last quarter, right, in sales or something?
Yeah, I mean, the e-marketer numbers show like 14 billion versus
something like an eighth. It's about an eighth the size of Amazon.
That's ridiculously small.
Yeah. And so what we reported on today was Walmart had whiffed on diapers.com, and yes, pun intended there. Had whiffed on Quidsy back 6 years ago when Amazon ultimately bought it, and they missed the opportunity to acquire someone like Mark Lorre, to build a platform, a technology platform.
Right.
And that's really what they needed. They got caught up on the minutia of the deal and the fact that Amazon was going to price diapers down to zero. And so they basically, ultimately Quidsy went to Amazon. And Walmart has been, Walmart has been struggling. They were struggling then. They continue to struggle. They really need a very smart, accomplished e-commerce person to build and run this business. And there aren't that many of them. I mean, Mark is one of the very few out there who has competed with Amazon, worked for Amazon, competed with Amazon again.
He knows where the bodies are buried.
Yeah, and I mean, look at all the fact that he's been able to raise that amount of money in such a short period of time. There's a lot of belief in this guy. Now, of course, it's still super early. It's nascent. Whether Walmart can actually allow him to build something internally, which big companies are notoriously bad at, and Walmart is notoriously bad at.
Yeah. So Walmart, Rolfe, clearly desperate to catch up to Amazon. Was Jet also desperate because it wasn't growing and they couldn't figure it out? Because I think I remember they started as a membership service like Costco, and then they dropped that.
The amazing thing about, Ari mentions that they had raised a ton of capital even before they opened their website. And what's remarkable about this is they were going to need much, much, much more. Their target was they weren't going to get to scale to a profitable position until 2020. We saw a slide in an investor presentation from last summer that said, first off, we're projecting we're going to raise $3 billion by 2020. They'd raised a lot, but nothing close to that, and they were going to continue to need a lot of cash to keep this thing going. And was that cash going to be there, especially given how the funding markets have changed over the past year, especially for companies where they're losing a lot of money? Keep in mind, we saw Jet's financials last fall. They were burning $40 million a month.
$40 million
$40 million a month last fall.
Wow.
And $25 million on marketing, right?
$25 million on marketing.
They were spending a lot. They were spending a lot.
I never saw it. Where were they spending this, on billboards or something?
A lot of it was on Google ads. There was a big chunk. They Google what they're called product listing ads, which is basically the ads that look like an Amazon product listing on the top of Google results for a product
those are the ones
search.
that are designed to deceive users into clicking them, thinking they're organic results.
Your words, not mine.
Hey everybody, I want to take a moment to tell you about retargeting. This is a very, very important thing for startups to understand because customer acquisition is what it's all about, and AdRoll is the best retargeting platform on the planet. Over 25,000 advertisers use it. And I want to tell you today about a new product they have. It's called Send Roll. No, it's not sending to get your rolls and buttered rolls. No. This is about email, and SendRoll lets you get all those people who are window shoppers, people who are checking out your website, and then you can convert them into buyers, which is what you want, getting them to sign up for your product or service by email. So imagine they visit your site, but then they get an email follow-up. SendRoll is powerful retargeting tech plus effective emails, and the results have been spectacular. The average SendRoll gets a 45 to 60% open rate and a 10 to 20% click-through. And I can tell you, running inside.com, that is probably 3 times, 4 times the industry average. And it's so easy to set up a SendRoll campaign. It just takes minutes. They give you all the templates, and they have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week customer service line if you need help. And what I always like to do when we have somebody who has a product that's loved on our program, we don't want to read any sponsor messages, any partner messages for things that are not loved the great part is a lot of my founders from my portfolio use AdRoll, so it's very easy for me to talk about their new product, SendRoll. James Heller, the founder of Rapify, which went through my incubator, says AdRoll is an integral part of our customer acquisition strategy. It allows us to continue to garner impressions long after the initial customer interaction. It's also one of the most cost-effective tools to bolster any integrated marketing strategy. AdRoll is the best retargeting platform, period. That's according to James Heller, good friend of mine and one of my investments at Rapify. So here's your call to action, everybody. Try SendRoll and get a $100 credit. Just go to adroll.com/twist, 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 and get that $100 credit. And please try that SendRoll and give them some feedback and let them know that @Jason sent you. Okay, let's get back to this amazing program.